it's Fleur De Force here for POPSUGAR Girl's Guide, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 tips for how to look fashionable on a budget. Now, it is the new year, following Christmas and the holidays, everybody's wallets are feeling a little bit lighter than they were before, but you don't have to let that affect your wardrobe. If you are smart with your money, you can still look fashionable, but not spend so much money. So my first tip is not to follow trends. If you spend a lot of money on a trend item that you then won't want to wear in 6 months or a year's time, you will definitely regret it. Now, this is a little bit flexible in terms of what the trend is, because I generally say, in terms of trends and what you choose to follow in the fashion world, make sure the colours suit you or the shapes suit you. So if there is a trend that particularly suits your body type or your look, then definitely follow it. But I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of money on one trend item that you know or you have a feeling may be out of fashion in a year's time. My second tip is to invest in a few key items in your wardrobe that are timeless and fit well. Now, I always say a little black dress, a great black skirt, and say a leather jacket. Items like that, they're always classic. They're always going to go with things. And also when you're shopping, think about cost per wear. So if you are considering buying a more expensive piece, think about how much you're going to wear it, because if you wear it every day, then it will definitely be worth the money and the cost per wear will be much lower than if you were to spend half the money on an evening dress that you wear twice. My third tip is to buy items that can be dressed up or dressed down. My favourite example like this in my wardrobe is my plain black skirt. Now, although this skirt was a little bit more expensive than I would normally go for, it fits really well and I really feel comfortable wearing it. I can pair it with a t-shirt, tights, boots and leather jacket for the daytime, or I can put it with a sparkly top and some high heels for the evening. You can totally wear it to any different kind of occasion. Another great way to save money by doing this as well is to try and buy evening dresses that can be dressed down as well as dressed up for the evening. So I find a lot of the time with evening dresses I'll spend the most money on them out of all the items in my wardrobe, but I actually wear them the least. So if you can find one that will look good in the daytime but will also look good in the evening when it's paired with different accessories, then you'll definitely save money in the long run. So my fourth tip is to keep an eye out for designer styles recreated on the high street. Now, the catwalk is the high street's biggest inspiration, so while buying fakes or designer knockoffs probably isn't the way to go, because anyone that knows their stuff will know that it's fake most of the time, buying designer inspired pieces for a cheaper price is definitely a great way to go. Shops like Zara are absolutely amazing for this because they actually reproduce styles, or they take inspiration from the catwalk but they reproduce them in a very good way. So they're still good quality, they're still nice colours, they will still last you a long time, but they are often like 1/100th of the price. My fifth tip is to choose and plan any investment pieces that you are going to buy very carefully. Now, if you are an impulse shopper, try and stop yourself from buying that designer handbag on sale. I know myself, I'm very bad at that. In my opinion, a nice quality handbag really makes an outfit look more expensive and just really helps to put it all together. So if you are going to invest in something like a nice handbag, make sure you buy it in a classic colour, a classic style, and really plan it out. Make sure you aren't just buying it on a whim. Make sure you save and kind of choose it very, very carefully. My sixth tip is not to buy expensive jeans. Now, I've learnt this the hard way. I've bought expensive jeans, I've bought very, very cheap jeans, and I always end up just going for the pair that fit me the best, and it's not necessarily related to price at all. If you're willing to try on a lot of jeans, you will definitely be able to find the ones for you for a much, much cheaper price. I find expensive jeans stretch and wear out almost as quickly as cheaper ones. My current favourite at the moment are a pair that cost me £12, which I bought from a supermarket. So I would definitely say save money on your jeans, just make sure you search for a really good pair and you will be able to find some for a great price. Number 7 is to be ruthless in the fitting room. Don't buy anything unless you love it. I know from my experience, I have definitely bought a lot of items in the fitting room that I thought, this is really cool, this works on the mannequin, I could definitely find a way to wear this, and I've bought it and I've never worn it. Unless you love something in the fitting room, do not buy it. If you feel slightly uncomfortable when you're in the changing room on your own, when you're out, dressed up, out for the evening, you are going to feel a lot more uncomfortable. So definitely only buy things that you feel 100% comfortable in and that you 100% love, and you will really get the most out of the items that you buy. Tip number 8 is something that I think a lot of people really don't do, and it is to check the label of your clothes before you buy them. If you buy something that you think is a great bargain, it's really affordable, you take it back home, you want to wash it for the first time and you realise that it is dry clean only, after a few wears it's going to cost you more to keep it clean than it costs you to buy it in the first place. Tip number 9 is to get crafty. Now, making your own accessories or customising items you already have in your wardrobe that you might not wear anymore can be a great way of saving money, or it can also be a great way of following trends and not having to invest money into them. So POPSUGAR Girl's Guide actually have a whole series dedicated to fashion DIYs, and they are really good. They're a great way of adding something extra to your wardrobe without having to put down a ton of cash. So my 10th and final tip is to save money on your beauty regime. Now, what a lot of people don't know about luxury beauty brands is that often they're owned by the same umbrella brand as the drugstore equivalents. An example of this is YSL and Giorgio Armani are owned by the same company as L'Oreal Paris and Maybelline. So often you can find amazing beauty dupes on the high street. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the products to kind of filter down into the drugstores, but there are some companies that literally have the same product in different packaging. If you don't know where to start in terms of tracking them down, there are tons of videos on YouTube about drugstore dupes, and I'm actually going to make one myself next week, so if you want to check that out, make sure you go and subscribe to my channel as well as this one. So that is it for my top 10 tips on how to look fashionable on a budget. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe to POPSUGAR Girl's Guide to see my monthly Fashion 101 series. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. If you want to see me in between that time, make sure you head over to my channel, which is Fleur De Force, and I will see you very soon. Bye!